Live from a cold and frigid rinks on Long Island, as we invite you to tonight's presentation of Suffolk County High School Hockey League's 50th anniversary season on LI Sports Network. And this evening, it's another edition of Wednesday Night Varsity, as for the second time this season, and perhaps a third upcoming later this winter for the playoffs. Let me try that again. Live from the rinks in Hauppauge, New York, we welcome you to this presentation of Suffolk County High School Hockey League's 50th anniversary season on LI Sports Network. It's a matchup between two possible playoff contenders and perhaps a preview of this upcoming 2023 quarterfinals matchup. As for the second time this season, the Kings Park Commack Knights face off against the Middle Country Cougars. Michael Andrick here, ready to bring you the action alongside my partner in crime, Ryan Harrington. And if you had a camera on us right now, all you would see coming out of our mouths is nothing but cold air, as that is literally the environment, or that is literally the only thing that's on our minds, watching these two teams clash from above. It is freezing, absolutely frigid, but to these players, it's second nature to them. As if they were polar bears living on the ice in Antarctica, in their natural habitats. It's mind over matter that these two teams will exemplify tonight in a matchup that could potentially test who is worthy to be champion later on this winter. Kings Park Commack, the obvious favorites. First place in the varsity division, the only team with 11 wins this season, as they look to pick up their 12th victory tonight, and most importantly, their 4th consecutive win against the Middle Country Cougars. While Middle Country is looking for that big upset win that can further take them one step above to where they currently stand, which is 8th place in the varsity division. They have plenty of talent in their lineup to get the job done. But if there's one thing that's for sure, it's that Kings Park Commack is going to be relentless. And we saw that come into fruition on Sunday evening when they tore the house down by victimizing the Connecticut Sayville Bayport Blue Point Thunderbirds by an astounding margin. The two teams congregate in their respective zones. The Kings Park Commack Knights, there you see in the picture, huddling around tonight's starting netminder, Connor McGrain. And we'll wait to see who gets the starting nod in goal for Middle Country. One last rallying cry for them as we get this matchup underway. 3, 2, 1, it's on. Right off the bat, the Knights come in with the first scoring chance of the night, which was negated right there in goal by no other than Michael Sittler, who makes yet another stop in front. Knights already getting their scoring chances early on here. To the far side, and it's picked up by Middle Country, who tosses this one further into the zone. Granelli back to collect, or attempt to collect, as he was hounded there by David O'Brien. Here's O'Brien pinching in towards the nets, but the Knights are able to make the cancellation and push ahead. Back in the zone, Nicholas Berhalter slides this down low to that man, Billy Prang. Prang and a few points the other nights against the Thunderbirds. This one is drawn up in front and almost put home by Brazel, with Sittler once again shutting the door on the Knights offense. Another chance in front wouldn't go. Here's Quinn at the top. Save made by Sittler as one player descended to the ice in front of the net. Luke Hoffler able to dance past Lemza, and then he's knocked down heading into the zone by Maluski. Here's Quinn. Jacob Quinn knifes this, stashes this one ahead, and this one will be brought back in by the Knights, looking for another scoring chance. It's in front, and it couldn't be pounded home there as the Cougars skate in with a head full of steam. Whitbeck tried to center it to no avail. Now it's Dylan Quinn's turn to try to make an impact in his first shift of the Knights. Quinn gives it back to his brother Jacob. Jacob angles it ahead, makes the connection. Klozitsky, long distance shot stopped by Sittler, who has already accounted for 7 saves, and up until now, as the 8th shot of the net counts for the Knights. 1-0 Kings Park, Commack, and now we have a discussion amongst the head officials, but we'll take a look at the replay. And they are waving this one off just by the clear indication of where the face-off draw is taking place. Perhaps there was a little bit of possible goaltender interference, the cause for the disallowed goal for the Knights. And here they come, trying to bounce back from the lost results. And Quinn with Granelli on the back end, trying to escape from the clutches of the Cougars, who have it again. But it's stolen away by Argilla, who tosses this one wide of the cage. Kataosko trying to get there to make something happen. Granelli stashes this one down low. Knights looking for another chance on net. Oh, look out! Alex Argilla smoked to the ice, and we'll see if this results in a penalty. The net was dislodged, and by the looks of it, surprisingly, there won't be a penalty, and this game will remain even up both on the scoreboard and with the two teams skating 5 aside. Brandon Schuerman pops this one ahead. Hoffler on the hunt. And Schuerman has to backtrack as the Cougars were about to go off sides. Hoffler spikes this one in deep. David O'Brien on the hunt alongside Schuerman. Prang looking to guide it out of the zone, but couldn't do it there. Chance in front. Schuerman got the shot off, but it was blocked as Berhalter and Brazel push ahead. Mikey Brazel dangling, but can't get to the net. Connor Dion able to hold him off at bay. One player taking a ride to the ice, that was David O'Brien, as this one It's punched ahead, and it'll be carried in further by Luke Hoffler across. Almost finished off, that time by Schurman. Aiden Cole plays it off the boards, snatches this one around the wall. Dion couldn't make his way further in front of the zone. Now it's Billy Prang up ahead. Brazel across, score! Nicholas Berhalter with the early strike, and the Knights get one back. That one, for sure, confirmed as a goal for the captain, Berhalter, who scored on Sunday in the most peculiar way. But here tonight, it's crystal clear at that one. And no chance of being stopped. A beautifully designed setup by that dangerous duo of Prang and Brazel, leading to Berhalter punching home his 7th goal of the year to make it a 1-0 game. And Mikey Brazel picks up his 15th assist, while Billy Prang ties Berhalter for the most on the team with 17 assists. Long distance try missing wide for the Cougars. Quinones trying to extract himself from the scrum there. Devin Quinones lost it to Hodzinski, tried to get it over to Lemza, but the connection couldn't be made. Knights almost having trouble with it. As they forge ahead. Another chance for Kings Park Commack, but it gets sent wide. Shots 11-2, Kings Park Commack. As they have dominated the possession game here tonight. Kanuosko trying to dip and dive his way to the goal. Argilla was on the receiving end of the game's first big hit of the night, as Kings Park Commack has to race back and recollect. And resetting is Dylan Quinn. Quinn, the PAL Junior Islanders product, enters the zone. Argilla waiting in the trailer. Walsh tried to play it across in his debut at the varsity level to no avail. Here's Lloyd, walks in, save made by McGrain, and play is stopped. And yes, it is a milestone moment for the young Ryan Walsh, who makes his first appearance for the Kings Park Commack Knights varsity squad. After playing 12 games for the Knights JV team this season, in which he has produced enormously, scoring 13 goals, collecting 15 assists for a combined total of 28 points, the second most on the team by another man who might get the call up in a matter of time. Logan Ferrara. Here's Quinn again. Quinn stashes this ahead. Billy Prang again slamming on the brakes as he tries to create some separation. Prang being hounded there in the zone, and this results in a turnover. Cougars get it back before the Knights steal it away from them quickly. Mikey Brazel again dancing, gives it across, score! Billy Prang on the beautiful setup by Brazel, and it's 2-0. And just like that, Mr. Prang has himself 2 points tonight, but the goal and an assist, while Mikey Brazel collects his second assist of the night. It's a 2-0 contest. Knights up here in the first. So they have outshot Middle Country by 10 goals in this one period of play. Whitbeck can't muscle his way to the net that time. And Granelli and the Cavalry back in the zone, looking for another scoring chance. But this time it's washed away by the Cougars at the expense of the Knights, failing to connect the other way. Granelli trying to steal it back with Lemza in tow. Jesse Lemza missed Sunday night's matchup, but here he is back in the lineup for this one. And what better timing, as the Knights have not looked any different since the season began, when they blew the doors off the defending county champions on that wild Friday night. They lead 2-0 here tonight in search of their 12th win of the season. They are the first team in the varsity division to have clinched a playoff position. They did that on Sunday. It's business as usual for them as Walsh comes in with a chance, save made, rebounds, and it's punched wide by Kaduosko. Will Koffler turning up the Jets. Feeds it in front. David O'Brien almost getting his way through to the nets. Cougars trying to stay relentless on the forecheck as Kaduosko moves back in. Kaduosko being guarded right there by O'Brien. Plays it down low, Argilla. Tosses it in front, Walsh denied by Sittler. Moving back ahead. Aiden Kolb looking for a lane. Sends it on net, pad save, McGrane. The first shot on net by Middle Country in a long while as Mikey Brazel twists away from pressure. Berhalter back in the zone. He's got Prang charging ahead. Billy Prang feeds it in front, almost got it to Brazel there. Billy Prang exuding some deception. Whitbeck moving in the other way with a save made by McGrane. Back at the point. This one couldn't be settled that time by Robertson. Robertson angles it ahead. Able to connect with Schneff, but Schneff couldn't do much. Quinn feeds it ahead. Berhalter tried to connect with Prang to no avail. Quinones wraps it to the near wall, but it's kept alive by the Knights, closing in with another chance. Cougars able to make the cancellation. Middle Country back in the zone, re-engaging David O'Brien, or pardon me, Asman almost getting that one to go there. This one trickling wide off the stick of Quinn. Berhalter in the corner. Brunelli at the top. But it's the Cougars who force their way out of the zone, and now it's Brazel leading it almost ahead to the captain, Berhalter, as the Cougars start to get a little more physical. Trying to create some energy here to get themselves on the scoreboard. Brazel back in the zone, takes a rub right there by Hoffler. Icing waved off McGrane. Now Maluski takes a hit right there from Lloyd. Everyone converging along the boards. Schuerman Almost got to the net there. Brandon Schuerman. And this one couldn't be jammed home as Jacob Quinn plays it to the far side. Wodzinski couldn't poke it out. Malewski pinned up against the boards. Now he's wrestled to the ice. Malewski trying to stay with the possession. And then he gives Brandon Schuerman a hit. And offsides is called back in the other zone. Brandon Schuerman. An eventful shift, to say the least, but with no scoring result to be found. Quinn racing back to retrieve it. Brandon Schuerman on his tail as KPC knocks it ahead. Another chance here for the Knights, perhaps. Wodzinski tried to center in front, but to no avail. Bouncing around, another chance wheeled wide. Wodzinski able to get to it. Couldn't connect there with Lemza as Connor Dion tries to escape the zone. He knifes it onto the stick of Schuerman, who plays it back. Schuerman banks it off the boards. Now it's Connor Dion making his way into the zone, but he cannot muscle to a scoring opportunity that time. Whitbeck snatches this one back deep into the zone. Howard able to locate it as he's being swarmed by at least 3 Knights players, and this results in a chance for Kings Park Commack again. Alex Argilla trying to put on the moves against Middle Country as he's forced wide off the puck. Quinones couldn't do much there. Quinn lays it back into the zone. He'll retreat to the bench for his brother Jacob, who enters back in the play. Jacob Quinn able to keep it in the zone. Walsh deals it across, but the connection couldn't be made there between him and Argilla. Middle Country able to forge ahead. Back the other way. Devin Quinones, Whitbeck. The connection almost made there between those two. Half a minute remaining here in the first period. Quinones trying to get himself towards the net. Heavy body check delivered there by Alex Argilla on Whitbeck. Final 10 seconds. Whitbeck still on the hunt. Scott Whitbeck almost getting to the goal there. And that will do it for one. 2-0 to score. KPC on top. Here's a look at our shots on goal tracker with Kings Park Commack dominating in that department. 16-8. Two of the goals scored. The first coming from the captain, Nicholas Berhalter. And minutes later, Billy Prang collecting another one for himself this season, his 13th of the year. Billy got the goal, assist from Prang. That dynamic duo still making their presence felt all over the varsity division. Another face-off draw will commence here inside the night zone. Dion at the point through traffic, stopped there by McGrain. Big chance denied. Multiple scrambles, or multiple stops in front, and again, Brazel back in the zone. Berhalter from point-blank range, he's denied by Sittler, and play is stopped. Poked in front, but the connection couldn't be made there by the Knights. Howard tried to get a hold of it, but to no avail. This one gets dropped back in deep. Robertson trying to protect it. Knights get it back. Molowski at the top. Throws it in front, deflected on, but another chance. Saves made all around by Mikey Sittler. He has made himself into a superstar this season with saves like that. We'll take another look at it. Out of the zone and back into enemy territory. Walsh, Argilla forced off the puck, rebound in front, and it's held up by Sittler. Another draw will take place inside the Cougars zone. Canoso waiting for his big moment in this contest. Vernelli racing over to keep it in the zone. Dion trying to escape, couldn't do it there. Walsh almost got a piece of that one, and Walsh will get it from Quinn. Walsh in front, save made by Sittler. Asman crisscrossing through traffic. Aiden Asman going on an adventure. Asman placed it in front, but couldn't deal it ahead. Another chance thwarted off by McGrain. Canoso progressing towards the goal. Cougars trying to keep him at bay. Boyd able to knife this one out of the zone, and Cornelli and the Knights will reset. Cornelli chips this one off the glass, but couldn't make its way into the zone. Dion couldn't finagle his way through bodies there, and the Knights forge ahead. Back in they come. Berhalter almost led Walsh there with that chance. Berhalter with the goal under his belt already tonight, as this one inadvertently forces the Knights out of the zone. Jacob Quinn banks it off the boards. Brazel lost it to Schuerman. Brandon Schuerman didn't have a lane to bust through, and so it's Quinones, or pardon me, Kolb, who knocks it ahead, but back into the hands of the Knights. Another draw as Middle Country hanging in tough, keeping the Knights from scoring more goals through the first few minutes of this second period. Here's Hoffler stashing this one back into the deep end. Argilla able to twist away from pressure. Pardon me, that was Maluski in that case on the back end for the Knights. Prang tried to play it ahead to Berhalter, and it was picked off by Devin Quinones, who stashes this one in there to Schuerman, or tried to at least, as Jacob Quinn was there to cut off the connection. Up until now, Middle Country, another chance in front, off the post. Brandon Schuerman just misconnecting there for a big goal. Brazel, save made off the blocker of Sittler. Chances in both ends here in this latest sequence as Dylan Quinn tries to escape the zone. Quinn with room. He gets it back from Granelli and feeds it ahead to Brazel. Brazel drops to Berhalter, who gives it back to Brazel. Brazel tried to deal it back in front to no avail. Braden Schnepp able to knock it ahead, and this one will be carried in further by Hoffler. Luke Hoffler trying to shake off one man, couldn't do the job there, and here's a chance for the Knights. In on a breakaway, saves Sittler. He got it with the glove. And this will go for icing. That was Nicholas Katulovsko nearly scoring there on that big break chance. But it was Michael Sittler who once again stood tall when he was needed most. Punched ahead, and he'll go for icing again. So we'll have another draw inside the Cougars zone. Another shot denied off the glove of Sittler. Two-on-one possibly here for the Cougars. Denied off a skate in front, and an extra hit was delivered inside the zone. Knights able to prevail, and back in they come. Katawosko feeds in front, saves Sittler on Hodzinski. Schnepp tripped up. Cougars will head to the power play. And it's Dylan Quinn who takes the team's first penalty of the night. Middle Country. Have been successful numerous times on the man advantage this season, scoring 7 power play goals as they look for their 8th. With a big moment here that could change the course of this contest. Robertson deals it in front, but it's intercepted and immediately cleared out by the Knights. Robertson to Hoffler. Luke Hoffler. Raging in with speed, slamming on the brakes. Drops it back. And once again, the Cougars inadvertently force themselves out of the zone, and they backtrack even further. As Asman couldn't play it ahead, Catalosco and the Knights killing off some precious time here against the Cougars special teams unit. 30 seconds gone by now on this first power play for Middle Country. Asman charging ahead. Aiden Asman drops it in the trailer. Hoffler banks it off the boards. O'Brien wasn't in that location, and it results in another clear for the Knights. 3 consecutive clears by Kings Park Commack on this penalty kill. Hoffler coming in with a head full of steam, and now he's slowed down as he ran into traffic in front. And just like that, Middle Country is down to their final 10 seconds on the man advantage as Kings Park Commack does a tremendous job at canceling this big opportunity for Middle Country as that goes into the bench and out of play. A successful penalty kill for Kings Park Commack. And they didn't have to rely on the special teams unit to get the job done, as they naturally killed off the penalty without actually scoring a shorthanded goal or anything. And even if that was the case, Kings Park Commack does have 4 shorthanded goals under their belt. And Middle Country almost able to jam it home there. They stay in the zone for now. Whitbeck again, loose in front. And then caromed out, leading to the Knights, pushing back ahead. Billy Prang dangling through his legs. Prang getting by Kolb, trying to stay with it. He regains control of the possession, flipping it across, and hustling over there to keep it in the zone was Granelli. Cougars having some difficulty here exiting the zone. And Berhalter with the steal back. Knights tossing it right into the corner. Berhalter stashes it in front, score! Billy Prang's got another one. And this time, it's Berhalter who assists him with a beauty to make it 3-0. A well-designed execution by Kings Park Commack to punch home their 3rd goal of this contest. And once again, finding himself on the score sheets for another day and another game this season is Billy Prang, as he scores his 14th in 15 games played. While Nicholas Berhalter grabs the assist for his 18th of the year, a new team high. As just before, Billy Prang, who assisted Berhalter, tied him for the most on the team. And now Berhalter is back in the lead where he was entering this contest. Quinn knocks this one in deep. Władzinski behind the net, trying to center in front. He swarms right there, played it back in the slot, but it couldn't be finished off. Middle Country trying to gain some momentum, but it's the Knights who give it up. The Knights almost in trouble there. Middle Country getting the latest shot off, but to no result. Quinones. Got rid of it as Quinn collects it before it was intercepted. Schurman nearly got that ahead to Asman. Aiden Asman circling, trying to wheel and deal. Asman spins it, but couldn't deal it ahead. Quinn knocks this one ahead. Władzinski. Lemsa to the far side, tried to connect there. Kadewosko got a piece of it, but not a lot. Not enough to get it past Sittler, who makes yet another save in front. Middle Country keeping it in the zone again as that one gets tossed wide by Kolb. Another player slips along the boards. And it's Lemsa who regains control of it, feeding ahead to Kadewosko. Argilla charging in to keep the play intact for the Knights as Kadewosko momentarily lost control of it. Quinn lofts it into the corner where Walsh will attempt to locate it, which he does. He throws the body there. Walsh firing, deflected off the stick, and Argilla will try to make something happen. Quinn can't keep it in the zone. Cougars get it back. Hustling immediately to deteriorate that chance was Jacob Quinn. Quinn with Malewski. Malewski bashing his way in with a chance. Pad save, rebound, Walsh, score! Milestone moment! Ryan Walsh scores his first varsity hockey goal, and the Knights lead 4-0. Another chance, this one just misses from the stick of Brazel. Nice play in front, Berhalter. Save made by Sittler as Brunelli and the Knights set things back in motion. Berhalter trying to get it from Howard. Howard in a tough spot down low. Berhalter feeds it across, almost got it there. Pardon me, that was Prang to Berhalter. Back in front, Brazel almost getting it over to Prang in pursuit of another hat trick. Brazel muscled against the boards there by Quinones. Prang across. Oh! Spectacular stop by Mikey Sittler. As we approach the final minute of play here in the second, one player's stick shattered in pieces as Quinones tried to forge ahead, and this is Brazel back in enemy territory, re-engaging with the Cougars. Brazel looking in front, And it does not go into the net. And we'll have another look at Sittler's save just prior. And I don't know if he got that one, actually. In real time, it definitely looks like Sittler got some of the glove on it, but replay from what I'm seeing shows otherwise. But nevertheless, Mikey Sittler has made some overall good stops tonight. This one rings off the crossbar by Kaduosko. Knights, another chance. Save Sittler. Again, we'll have to take another look and see, does he? Yeah, no. It, like I said, it certainly looked like in real time Sittler got that one, but that is not the case, judging by the replay. Final 10 seconds. Granelli can't get his way past the defense there. Offward, jammed up, and time expires. After 2 periods of play, the Knights lead with 2 more goals, 4-0, heading to the third. Knights still dominating as we are about to get this third period started. Leading 31-13 in shots on goal as they command a 4-0 stranglehold over Middle Country. As Kings Park Commack is just 15 minutes away from going home with their 12th win of the season. Argilla back in the zone, almost connecting with Walsh there. Molowski. Walsh in a different position. He keeps it in the zone. Got tangled up there with Howard, and that will result in another penalty by the Knights. Their second tonight. Scramble in front, shot after the whistle, but nothing happens afterwards except this moment right here. So a goal and a penalty for Ryan Walsh. A rather eventful night for him. As Middle Country reactivates the power play unit. It went unsuccessful the last time around. Now the question is, how will they do here? Save made by McGrain, play stops. Prang couldn't knife that one out of the zone up until now. And it's Brazel who brings it in further, spinning off a body, using Brandon Schurman to his own advantage. As Schurman holds it now. Robertson from the right dot, off the blocker of McGrain. Scramble in front, Prang trying to clear it out of the zone. Got it tied up there. There's Hoffler creating havoc down low. Cougars trying to generate a big chance here. Robertson again through traffic. Save made by McGrain. Whitbeck works it back to the point. Whitbeck feeds it across. Hoffler, save McGrain. Knights able to clear it out. It'll be carried in further by Brazel. From distance, save, rebound, double denials. Mikey Sittler standing tall again. Final 15 seconds on the man advantage. Mikey Brazel tripped up there, but no call. And the power play for Middle Country expires. They are now 0 for 2 tonight in that department. Granelli tried to stash it ahead. It's Brandon Schurman who gets a step before the Knights take it back. And Jesse Lemza re-engaging with the Cougars. Hlazinski, Katawosko knocked down to the ice as he tried to get the shot off, and now we get a whistle behind the play. The net knocked off its moorings. No harm, no foul. Shots 33-17, Kings Park, Commack. Asman controlling. Tosses this one to the near side. This one couldn't be dug out as Lemza comes back to take it away from Middle Country. Back in they come, Katawosko to the goal, save made off a kick right there by Sittler. Chance in the trailer. That one couldn't be released by Granelli. The rebound stopped again. Back the other way. Middle Country hustling, and the feed was too far for Howard that time. Howard staying on the hunt as Quinn and the Knights try to escape the zone. Spikes to Hlazinski, who's bashed into the boards there. Kolb knifes it in front, almost leaked through McGrain. And Hlazinski gets it back. Storming in, saves Sittler, play stops. Coming up at the conclusion of this matchup, it's our nightcap as Smithtown Hauppauge takes on Connecticut Sayville. Bayport Blue Points in a highly anticipated rematch of this season's earlier battle, which ended in exciting proportions. Be sure to tune in for that, as that will no doubt have playoff implications, as Smithtown Hauppauge currently controls possession of third place in the varsity division. A loss for them tonight would be crucial, as East Islip would take over third again. Commack Sayville, a win for them would help them get closer to improving their seeding. So we'll have the results later tonight when that one comes to a close. Walsh. Now Quinones flips it ahead. And this one knocked down by a high stick. Under 10 minutes to go here in regulation. Four nothing Kings Park Commack. And even though Middle Country is trailing by that much, there hasn't been any signs of distress from them just yet. Here's Robertson finagling his way by, and he gets a shot off, which was gloved there by McGrain. Caught it right out of the air. 9.5 to go. Dion tried to play it down low, gets another chance at it. Dion firing into the body of McGrain, who stops play. Shots 35 to 20. KPC. Schnepf. Fans on the drive there, as Cornelli and the Knights keep the Cougars at bay. Here's Berhalter re-engaging. Berhalter. Brazel saves Sittler, and he holds up. Cornelli couldn't get that one on net. Berhalter in front, score! Hat trick. Five nothing KPC. He's done it numerous times over the course of his high school playing career. But for the first time this season in his farewell tour, Billy Preng has notched a hat trick. And it comes here in the third period. The Knights now leading 5-0. Glove save Sittler. And play is stopped. Quinn trying to get a step past Quinones. Cataloso muscled against the boards there. Lemza keeping it in the zone. Look at the work here by Jesse Lemza. Lemza in front, almost redirected home by Cataloso. Cataloso still trying to make something happen down low as Lemza gets it back. Feeds it over to Cataloso, who's muscled off the puck by Quinones. Lloyd banks it ahead. Lemza able to cover some ground, and this helps the Knights who get back in the Cougars zone. Middle Country with a flip out of harm's way. Schuerman. Forced off right there, but he stays on the hunt. Schuerman. Got it there to Hoffler, but Hoffler misfires. Quinones stashes this one back down low. O'Brien in the corner. Couldn't do much there as Dylan Quinn is able to escape ahead. Quinn towards the net, drove in there, but he couldn't finish strong. The play goes on. Schuerman in front. Big pad stop by Connor McGrain. Perhaps his best save of the Knights. As Kings Park Commack continues to flex their muscle. Dion delaying, Dion firing, save, and McGrain continuing to hold his own in between the pipes for KPC. Another save off the draw by McGrain, and he'll do it again. Cataloso. Argilla. Oh! Score! Snipe City dagger. Offsides. Alex Argilla rifling home his fourth goal of the season. To make it a 6-0 game here tonight. Quinn tried to connect there with Prang, and this will go for icing. Howard, caught out of the air by McGrain. Final 5 minutes of regulation. Sheer dominance by this Kings Park Commack bunch. Quinn muscled into the boards there by Dion. Asman, save made by McGrain. Brazel trying to use his muscle to his own advantage. Granelli with an extra step. Cole be able to keep him at bay. Howard trying to play this one out of the zone. Prang deals in front, score. A hat trick for Prang, and now 2 for Brazel. A 7-0. A 7-0 unloading by the Knights. Asman, wraparound try, couldn't stuff it home there. Bolewski drops in the trailer. Kadałowski creating space. Kadałowski holding, firing, just off the mark. Kadałowski again tried to get it in front. And it's carried ahead by Robertson. Robertson chasing it down. Quinn steals it away from him in the corner. Knights able to push out and get back in to enemy territory, back in front. Knocked away by Sigler. Quinones, 4-on-2 possibly here. Devin Quinones charging in. Poke check. Pumped on top of the nets. And play stops. I had to make a correction. Mikey Brazel scoring his first of the night, but nevertheless, he's been all over the place in this one matchup, collecting numerous assists and generating plenty of offensive opportunities. Redirected wide there. Granelli Trying to dig this one out. Chance in front, score! And the shutout bid for Connor McGrain is over. The KPC Knights goaltender was just a minute and a half away from bringing home his second career varsity shutouts. But David O'Brien would spoil the party. Behind the play, Jacob Quinn in discomfort. And play stops. Quinn hurts. And he'll be attended to by the coaching staff. And further on by the head athletic trainer here at the rinks. We'll step aside here, wishing for the best for Jacob Quinn. A great sight to see, but now there is an unknown status that will be answered later on in the locker room for Kings Park Commack as Jacob Quinn exits late in the contest. And that would be a huge blow for Kings Park Commack. Not having Quinn in the lineup. As his dangerous presence at the points can be felt by any team this Knights juggernaut goes against in regular season play. Dion tried to squeeze that one home as it reached the final minutes of the contest. Despite not picking up the shutout, Connor McGrain was superb in net tonight. O'Brien and the Cougars looking to get one more. Luke Hoffwer driven to the ice by Dylan Quinn. Kick save, McGrain, rebound, score! Another one for O'Brien. It's 7-2. Wemsa. Final seconds on the clock. And that will be all. Kings Park Commack victorious again in the end for a 12th time this season. The Knights go home with the W. And for the 4th consecutive game against Middle Country, it's Kings Park Commack who picks up the win. Knights remain in first place as their unprecedented run to their first county title in years continues. They are on the hinges, closing in on the regular season title at their 12th victory of the year, while Middle Country heads home disappointed as they'll gear up for their next matchup in hopes of rebounding and keeping their playoff chances alive. For now, we say so long, good night to our current audience, and we'll invite our second audience right around the corner. Kings Park Commack wins it 7-2. Coming up, Smithtown Hauppauge, Connecticut Sayville, round 2 in 2022. See you soon.